You know, a lot of times at Telecare, we have all of these initiatives and these plans to do these big things. A while back, we had a big initiative where we're going to have Narcan nasal spray made available, to all of our staff. A few weeks ago, I had gone to the Safeway supermarket here in Alameda, and as I left the supermarket, there was this young boy who had passed out in the parking lot. And there was a bunch of people standing around him. I went up and I checked his pulse. He had a pulse, he was breathing, but was not responsive to a sternal rub. So I was really concerned that he had overdosed. And it just so happens I had my opioid overdose rescue kit with me, and I ran and got it. By the time I got back, he had woken up, and I didn't need to use it. But it was so nice to have this with me, because I knew that if he had overdosed with an opiate, I had the thing that would actually save the boy's life. He told me he had drank a lot of alcohol, said he hadn't used any opiates. And I decided to sit with him until the ambulance arrived. And as I sat with him, he told me that he had been depressed. And I said, the alcohol is not going to help. And he says, well, I use the alcohol to make myself numb. And it made me realize, we're going to open these new sobering centers soon. And this is exactly the type of person that we would want that center to be open to. Because here in just a couple minutes with me sitting with him in the parking lot, he was willing to tell me that he'd been depressed and he's self-medicating with alcohol. And it would have been so great if we could have just allowed for him to go to a place like one of our new sobering centers. We're all trained in CPR, and I think any of us could exercise our CPR skill. But one of the things that you always have to do is the first thing that needs to be said is call 911. But once someone takes control of a situation like that, if it's nothing other than looking at someone and say call 911, that initiates an action and people will start following.